Hi guys, it is nice to be back. So I apologize for the delay and everything. I'll talk about it a bit later on, but today we're going to talk about the Sennelier La Petite travel palette. So it's just a small palette. I actually haven't, I probably should measure that. So I just measured it. It's about almost 4 inches by 5. So it's smaller than an A6 and it's a little bit larger than a pocket in notebook terms. And so we'll get into the reasons why I wanted this, but I used to have, we started off with the Winsor & Newton pocket palette, and I can happily say that I recommend either, and I'll link them both below for you. So a couple of reasons why I wanted to try this palette. One, I need something that's portable that I can take on some kind of plein air adventures I have planned. And two, I wanted something affordable if you're beginning watercolor. So I like the construction of it's quite nice. The outside plastic is quite nice. The inside is a little bit sort of flimsy and cheap, I think, but it works. I was worried about mixing on it, but it's fine to do that. So we'll just go through the colors here quickly that are included. So you have kind of a cerulean blue, and then a phthalo green, and then kind of like a spring green, a yellow ochre, and I think it's supposed to be like a darker brown, but it's sort of a soft brown, but it is actually quite a nice color. And then an indigo. I'm assuming this one's like the ultramarine blue, which is quite nice as well, and I think I'll keep this one. And then this is like a rose color or a cool red, and then we have the warm red, and then a warm yellow and a cool yellow, and then a white. So all in all, if you're starting out with a palette, it's not a bad one to start with, and you can mix quite a lot of things with it. So I'm going to show you how to get some of the sort of more sophisticated mixes, some of the colors that I like to use from this palette. So if you've watched my channel, you know that I really like handmade watercolors, artisan watercolors, and artist grey, but let me show you here what you can do. So first of all, the white is really handy for making pastel colors. So I like a lot of the Holbein pastel watercolors, and you can see there that I've already mixed the indigo with the white. It makes such a beautiful sort of soft blue grey, and here I'm making just a pastel green, like a mint green, with the phthalo green and the white. Now, of course, you can water all these colours out to get a softer colour, but I do like mixing it with the white as well, and you get a bit of a different consistency. So here you can see that I'm using one of the rose colours and with white to get sort of like a brilliant pink, like a Holbein brilliant pink. And then, of course, I am putting a little bit of a touch of yellow in with the mix as well to make it more of, and a little bit more white to make it more of a shell pink, which is one of my favorites. And this is one of the reasons why I really love this palette, because you can get so many really beautiful mixes from these colors. There are some there that I would change out, but you know, as far as it goes, this is quite a nice palette to start with. And so here I'm just trying to mix a bit of a skin tone. So I'm using some of the red, some of the ochre, a bit of yellow, and I end up with a nice kind of peachy flesh tone. And I probably could have added a bit more ochre and a bit more water to tone it down a little bit more. But then I also add, so you can see here, it's quite nice. So then I add some of the darker brown to deepen it up. And still, because you know you're not going to be able to get very dark with that brown, it doesn't go so dark. So then you can use the indigo and make a darker skin tone. So this is a palette I'd really recommend, and I think, you know, if you're looking at even a Christmas present for someone, you know, and you think this is a good starter kit to see if they even want to sort of pursue watercolors or whether they like watercolors, this is a good one. And there you can see quite a few mixes you can do. So one problem is the tiny travel brush, you can't do a lot with it, and you can't fit a regular sized travel brush in here, but the Da Vinci, number 5 Da Vinci, so I think anything 6 or lower you're going to be able to fit in this case. So I'm really happy about that. You can see here the kind of the more curated palettes that I generally like to have and use, and so I am going to be pulling out some of these half pans and swapping them out for some colours, some Daniel Smith colours and some other colours, so I will do that in another video. But you can see here on the left is my regular palette, and this is the one I started and set up for plein air, but there's just too many colours, there's too much paint. I'm afraid if I lose that, you know, that's losing so much paint. So I'm thinking that with this one, I don't generally need so many colours when I'm just, you know, painting outdoors for, you know, it's not very long, so I can put some extra colors in there, just a few bits of color, and then I can take it. It doesn't really matter if I do lose it. I'm afraid kind of running around over Christmas or something, I might lose it. So anyway, those are two good reasons that you know, it would be a nice gift for someone, or it's easy to take places. So you can see here the tiny brush that it comes with, but see the back, it's just a piece of plastic that folds, and the thing I'm worried about is that that will wear out. So with the Derwent, was that the Winsor and Newton one that we had, it actually had hinges there, so I really wish they would put hinges there and just a little bit better, more decent plastic on the inside, just to make the longevity of it a bit, you know, more like sturdier, and, you know, make it last longer. Okay, so we're going to paint some things with it so you can kind of see it in action, and these are just some little sort of floral studies. So basically what I'm doing here, you can see the one that I've already done on the page, so when I was just sitting down to try it out and you know, see how it performed, if I liked the colours. So we're just doing a similar thing. I think in the top one I used the kind of ultramarine. In this one I am using the indigo and white mix, and you could see there that I just roughly went around and outlined a flower, and then I've gone back in and pulled that colour out around, and then I'm softening the edges. So basically we're creating a flower from the negative space, and this is a good one as well for dark florals. If you want, you know, you could use Moonstone, Moon Glow or Shadow Violet or something like that as well to, you know, make some dark florals. So this flower didn't turn out as well. I think I was just in a hurry at this stage, or I can't remember, I think I had to get somewhere. And but yeah, you can kind of see it in action and see what it's you know, how well it will perform for you. And what I'm trying to do here is some of my regular mixes. So I usually like to mix the lemon yellow with French ochre, so I'm mixing the ochre and the yellow here and trying to get a similar effect. And since I know quite a few of you are excited about the kind of little emblem video we're going to do, so I thought this is a good way to practice and to start some of these things. So we're just basically drawing a shield here, or a crest, and then drawing a letter inside it. So I'm doing kind of a fancy R. Now you can get a lot of different lettering. So I have a board on my Pinterest for lettering that is Her Brave Heart on Pinterest, but you can look on there and find all kinds of lettering that you can, you know, use, or you could just do a flower inside the crest or a star or something else, but this is just something to kind of start you know, looking at these different shapes. I think it's a really nice one because you can use, you know, all different kinds of things. You could fill a whole page with different crests. Sorry, I got cut off, but you could fill a whole page with different crests, and yeah, just put all kinds of different things inside them, even just a heart or, you know, some wings, anything. Some little Christmas trees or somebody's initial. And so here I'm using all the greens and the yellow and the white to kind of create a composed green. So that's the pastel mint green one in my palette from Holbein. So I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit, and we're just going over, and I'm pulling out some of the colour that I didn't really like settling in this flower. So it's lifting really well and really easily. Now I'm not sure if that is the paper or the watercolour, but either way, you know, it looks like you can get it to lift. And so the crest isn't dry exactly yet, but I'm just adding in some spots of the rose colour just to make it look like some roses and some florals in there. So I also used the green and mixed it with some brown to deepen up a green shade here for leaves. But one of the main things that I wanted to try out was, can these be used for transparent florals? So I really love to do those, and I just wanted to see, you know, can you glaze effectively with this palette? So we do some petals at the side here, and you'll be able to see the answer is yes, very happily. Okay, so you can see here that the I kind of overlapped some of the leaves here, so they were the petals, so they were bleeding into each other. But yeah, it's really nice to glaze these, so they work really well. So I just wanted to try out a couple of different things, mixing some softer purple pastels and using the white and using the colourful strength and just a couple of other things, so I'll show you that now. And one of the things is in the next, this week, so the next video will fill this up and I'll show you the colours I'm going to put in it. And then next week, so the dot cards have started to arrive. I have the Schminker one on the way from Jackson's. I got one for the Winsor & Newton one from Jerry's. I'm working on the Daniel Smith one, but I think that next week we'll have kind of a festival of colours, and I'll just swatch all the swatch cards or something like that. We'll see how long it takes, but and I still have to upload my sister's palette swatches, and then we got my mum one for her birthday. My sister got her one and I got her one, so I'll also do those swatches. So I think we'll just have kind of a swatching party so that you can see what's available and put anything you want on your Christmas wish list. But I also wanted to just start with this one because it is affordable and you know, it is a really nice place to start. So I will link this one and the Winsor & Newton one that I like as well. And, you know, I just wanted to show you how versatile this is, and then you'll be able to start adding to the collection and, you know, putting different colours in here and changing some of them out. But you can start with this and it's going to be really nice. One thing is the little sort of separated wells in the mixing area are driving me crazy, but I think for a beginner you'll probably really enjoy that because they won't be sort of blending together if you don't want them to. And I think we are nearly finished, so while I'm just mixing a couple more things, I'll just explain to you about the giveaway. So I will put the winners of the giveaway in the end of this video, and I apologize that I wasn't able to do it on Saturday. So you can see the gorgeous light on here. So it was Saturday morning when I filmed this, and then Saturday just kept going. And I had also, after I filmed, I was looking up sound equipment. So, you know, to me, like, I'm just kind of thinking I can look up a good lapel mic and then just that'll solve the problem. And the more I got into it, it's like all this new terminology. You've got to learn, you know, all this new stuff. So it's just not that easy, you know, to get something. You've either got to pay an astronomical amount, or, you know, what's affordable and available is not that great. So I think I might have found something. Anyway, I'm still working on it, but I think I might have found something. It's not exactly what I had thought, so I'm gonna have to try and figure that out and just make sure it will work and, you know, work fairly easily. Like, I need an easy setup because it's all just gets so you know, to be quite a lot. And so you can see here that you do have to kind of wipe out those wells before you close it because they don't really dry. I mean, it takes hours for that to dry. Anyway, so all this to say, I'm just going to show you the little brush here too. So I got a bit deflated, and then, you know, I had to edit and sort of do the video, and I really wasn't sure. Then, you know, the music, it just was all getting to be a lot, so I just put myself on a couple of days break to try and figure it all out, and it's still not, you know, fixed, but it's hopefully going to come along and all come together. Anyway, so here is the giveaway. So this is the green settee painting that is on giveaway, and I also, this took me a little while and I will show you this as well, but so I picked a few more winners. So all the extra winners will receive the large, like the standard size. So this is the small A6 size. I couldn't find the printouts of the large one, but unless you want the A6 one because you like, you know, the smaller journals, then that's fine as well. So, but you can ask just, you know, in the email, just let me know you'd like the A6 one. But otherwise you get the large birthday, the Jane Austen penmanship party journaling kit, like junk journaling kit. So the winner is Robin. I will I will reply to all the winners as well on over on the giveaway video to let you know. So, and Glenda and Savage Grammy and let's see, Sandy and Dana. So you will get the large Jane Austen penmanship party junk journal printable. And then I also, so you can see here that it was quite an intense thing, even like trying to figure out how to pick. And so I used a random number generator, but I had to kind of go through and give everyone, just make sure if you had shared it to something, then you got an extra, so your name would be on there twice. So anyway, yeah, that's how I kind of figured it out. So one of the other problems with doing this part of the video was I wish that I could give everyone something. I really loved everyone's comments and I really appreciated that. So I will be doing more giveaways. So if you didn't get something in this one, don't panic, there'll be more. Everyone left such amazing comments and quotes, so I really appreciate that. And so I also picked a winner for the peach settee. So that is Shadow Seer, and I really appreciate you have been, there's a few of you who have been with me since the beginning, and you know, whether you've left a comment almost every video or you know, a few times here and there, I really have appreciated it. Your encouragement has helped me to stick with it. And so I also just wanted to show you here that I do have a couple of paintings left in the Etsy. And to those of you who have already bought a painting, I hope you enjoyed it when it came. And I can't thank you enough for supporting the shop. So, where was I? Yeah, so what I did was I picked, I actually ended up picking 10 winners overall. So I picked the green settee, the peach settee, 4 birthday printables with the generator, and 4 I picked as well. So Catherine Noggle, Carolyn, Val Schwenke and Marjorie, that was a really lovely comment in French as well, really beautiful. So I appreciate everybody, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.